our agenda, and I think some of the agendas were at the back of the room, but I'll run through it real quick. Our agenda includes public hearing tonight for our operating budget, approval of minutes, correspondence, public forum, special recognition, finance, curriculum and instruction, facilities and operations, superintendent's report, legislative update, and then the board will go into executive session. There is going to be, I'm going to ask the board if they would approve one amendment to the agenda. Under finance, we have approval of the fiscal year 25-26 budget, which Ms. Hutto will bring out the highlights for you tonight. However, we do not have a budget from the state or the county. We're still waiting on them to get their numbers together, so we don't want to approve something that we don't have all of the numbers and facts on. So, but we will have a special meeting when we get that. So at this time, I will ask the board for a motion to amend the agenda to take off number 2 under Finance H, which is approval of the proposed 25-26 budget.
Madam Chairman, so moved.
Do we have a second? Second. Okay. A motion has been made by Ms. Evelyn Enfinger, seconded by Mr. Folk. Are there any questions, comments? All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand. It is unanimous. So we do have an amended budget. So first up is approval of the agenda. We've done, well, actually, we did and amended, and approve a public hearing. So at this time, we have presented the budget over the past couple of months to everyone, and it's also been out in public. So at this time, we will open the floor for any public comments about our upcoming budget 25-26. So the floor is open if anyone would like to come forward and discuss the proposed budget for next year. No questions, no comments. Okay. All right, we'll close that public meeting. Next up is approval of the minutes from our last board meeting of April 23rd. At this time, I ask the board for a motion to approve our last minutes.
Second.
All right, a motion has been made by Ms. Jenny Enfinger, seconded by Ms. Evelyn Enfinger to approve our minutes. Are there any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, it is unanimous. Ms. Smoke, was there any correspondence? Public forum. Okay. Next up is our special recognition of our everyday heroes and seal of, is that bellettered C? Okay. Minutes have been approved.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Dorchester School District 4 is delighted to continue its Everyday Hero Employee Recognition Program, celebrating the exceptional individuals who play crucial roles in the success of our schools. These hardworking employees often operate behind the scenes, ensuring the smooth functioning of our schools while contributing to the education and well-being of our students. Monthly, we shine a spotlight on these dedicated staff members, offering our appreciation for their unwavering commitment. Each Everyday Hero receives a certificate of appreciation as well as a coin from the superintendent, a token of the district's deep gratitude for their remarkable service. And if you look around here today, if I had to guess, majority of our people here because of our everyday heroes. So we're going to take this time and just give them an honor and just say job well done. We're actually going to go back and honor someone from last month. And so we would like to we are proud to announce Miss Sydney Carrera of Woodland High School as one of our April Everyday Heroes. Come on up, Miss Carrera. A first-year teacher and proud DD4 alumni, Miss Carrera was nominated by Principal Michael White for stepping up when it mattered the most. This year, we unexpectedly found ourselves short of an Algebra 1 teacher, Mr. White shared. The weekend before the scholars returned, I asked Ms. Carrera to fill in. In addition to saying yes, she has done a fantastic job. Since accepting the challenge, Ms. Carrera has worked closely with Coach Jeffries to support students and help achieve record-breaking success. in Algebra 1. Her commitment to excellence and student success has made a lasting impression on Woodland High School. Congratulations, Miss Sydney Carrera. Keep up the good work. And congratulations. Now, for the month of May. DD4 is proud to recognize Ms. Antoinette Haynes, the district social worker in the Department of Student Services, as our first everyday May hero. And this is not on the paper, but I have to say this. If you need people to come out to an event, you put Ms. Haynes on Facebook Live, and the people will show up. Is that not true, Ms. Haynes? That's true. Okay, just saying. Okay, anyway, back to the script. Nominated by Dr. Britt Stevens, Mrs. Haynes is being honored for her steadfast commitment to students and families across the district. I am nominating Mrs. Haynes as an everyday hero because of her unwavering dedication and tireless support to our community, said Dr. Britt Stevens. She goes above and beyond in making home visits, ensuring that families have the support they need. She plays a crucial role in assisting our McKinney-Vento students, providing them with the resources and stability to succeed. And she helps families connect with essential services. Her compassion, commitment, and ability to make a real difference in the lives of DD4 makes her a true hero in our community. Congratulations, Ms. Haynes. Thank you, Ms. Haynes, and keep going live for us. We appreciate it. Our next honoree is Miss Stephanie Warren, and although she's absent tonight, I still want to take a moment to honor her hard work. Nominated by Mr. Kennedy, Miss Warren is recognized for being reliable, versatile, and always being positive. Miss Warren is a steady hand at Woodland Middle School. She's an awesome TA in Miss Casey and Judy's class, and she's always willing to help in other capacities when needed. She is awesome in supporting classroom instruction, helping out wherever, and always sharing a word of encouragement. And we would like to still give her a round of applause for Miss Stephanie Warren. And she also makes good desserts. That wasn't on the paper either, but it's phenomenal. Next, we would like to acknowledge and celebrate Ms. Rosalind Young. Nominated by Principal White, Mrs. Young is celebrated for the warmth, professional, and positivity she brings to the front lines of the school every day. You do have a smile. Every time we come through, you're like, come on in, baby. Thank you, you do. Ms. Young has come to Woodland this year and proved herself to be an immense asset, said Principal White. She has seamlessly integrated herself into the team on a daily basis. It is a joy to see her smiling face and to hear her welcoming good morning. Ms. Young is a blessing to all she encounters, and we look forward, let me repeat this again, we look forward to working with her for many more years. Congratulations, Ms. Young. Let's give her another round of applause. Last, but surely not least, with the last two rows occupied to show love for her, we would like to celebrate Miss Ashley Mitchum. When they came in, I said, are y'all all here for Miss Mitchum? And they said, we are, because we love her, but so do we, okay? Just so y'all know, we love her too. Nominated by Principal Jeremy Wolfgang, Mrs. Mitchum is recognized for her heartfelt dedication exceptional teaching, and commitment to fostering a positive school culture. I am honored to nominate Mrs. Mitchum as an everyday hero, said Principal Wolfgang. As a first grade teacher, she creates a warm, engaging, and supportive learning environment where her students thrive both academically and emotionally. Her dedication to her students is evident in everything she does, from her thoughtful lessons to the way she celebrates each child's growth and success. Beyond her classroom, Ms. Mitchum also serves as Harleyville Elementary's co-cheerleading coach. And those girls are loud, okay? So you're doing a good job with that. Where she inspires students with the same energy and encouragement. Her involvement builds school spirit and allows her to mentor students in meaningful ways beyond academics. She consistently goes above and beyond for our school community with a positive attitude and a servant's heart and a true love for teaching. Congratulations, Miss Ashley Mitchell. Very well deserved. If we could get all of our everyday heroes to please report to the front with your certificate for a group picture. And let's give them all a big round of applause. Very well deserved.
Congratulations,
This is the highlight to me of our board meetings. Most of it's just blah, blah, or business or money or whatever, but I love this part of our board meetings, and I'll have to say, when Ms. Carrera came up, I told her I prayed for her every Friday night. She was our kicker at Woodland, and then followed by her younger sister, Erin. I prayed for you too, Erin. But I tell you, I watched a lot of times when they were off campus, and the boys would be with them, and it was like they were always protecting her. And she's back with us, and congratulations on that. And Ms. Haynes, we appreciate everything you do. Ms. Warren and Ms. Young, the minute you heard your name, that smile came on your face, and I told Evelyn, look at that. She's got the prettiest smile. So, and Ms. Mitchum, we thank also. So this is a highlight of our meeting. So we thank all of y'all. Mr. Beck with the seal. Mhm. I guess we'll find out.
Liter-
I'm saying literacy, but it's got that word bill.
Hi, good evening. The South Carolina Seal of Biliteracy is an award that underscores our state's commitment to preparing students for success in global society. It honors learners who demonstrate proficiency in English and at least one other language, an essential skill in today's world. To earn the seal, students must meet demanding language proficiency benchmarks in English and must also achieve a qualifying score on comprehensive tests in another language during their junior or senior year. By earning this seal, students not only show academic excellence in language learning, but also demonstrate adaptability, cultural awareness, and readiness for college, career, and civic engagement. Students, I recognize your effort in reaching and maintaining a commendable level of language proficiency. What makes this achievement even more meaningful is that you have not only acquired a second language, but you have also preserved and embraced your native language, recognizing it not as a barrier, but as a strength. You have demonstrated that bilingualism is a powerful tool, one that opens doors, bridges cultures, and enhances identity. I hope you will continue cultivating your language abilities for years to come through meaningful interaction, exploration of the world around you, and deepen connection with the communities whose voices now you understand and amplify. May your language proficiency enrich your own life, and may you use it to uplift the lives of others. It is my sincere pleasure to congratulate each of you as recipients of this gold and bronze South Carolina Seal of Biliteracy, based on your demonstration of proficiency in English and Spanish. We are really proud to recognize today the following students. Rodrigo Mendez Baptista. He earned the Gold Seal of Biliteracy. Okay. Ismael Silva Rosas, he also earned Gold Seal of Biliteracy. And Carla Hernandez Tejeda, she's our senior, and she earned also the Gold Seal of Biliteracy. Congratulations, felicitaciones, estoy súper orgullosa.
Thank you, Mr. Beckwith.
I got the wrong one.
Oh, that's hard to achieve. That is amazing. Next up is finance, Ms. Hutto.
I'm waiting on Elijah.
Ma'am.
I'm waiting on Elijah to put the power.
Okay. That makes better sense than bill literacy. I just wasn't sure how to pronounce it. I said bill literacy. It's by, okay.
Good evening.
Good
We
evening.
have some technical difficulties.
Okay.
So, technology's good when it works,
It is.
and when it doesn't, we improvise. So basically, with our budget this year, we are in a deficit because we want to, the state mandated $1,500 per salary, per cell on the salary scale for teachers. And our district wants to go above and beyond, and we want to add $3,000 per cell on the teacher salary scale and give classified step and a cost of living. And the state mandates that, but they don't necessarily fund it all. So then we have to figure out what to do. So we've gone to the county yesterday, and we've asked for a millage increase to balance our budget. We don't know an answer yet. They have a few more meetings, and then they'll get in touch with us to let us know what they're gonna do. But we asked for a 15.5 millage increase to balance the budget. The basics of our budget is salary and fringe is 77.81%. Purchase services is 16.32%, but that includes contact teachers, special ed teachers, and then we have our supplies and our dues and fees and the transfers. So basically what we have is $1,013,351 of deficit. And if you see a county council member, encourage them to pass our request. So, and other than that, all I have is my board report, and I'm happy to answer any questions if y'all have any.
Okay. Any questions, board members? None? No one? All right. Thank you, Ms. Hutto.
Okay, thank y'all. Maybe next time I'm back, I got good news.
We hope so. We're still holding out for the lottery. All right. Next up, curriculum and instruction, Ms. Corey Prentice.
So I have a presentation as well, but I have a few minutes before I need it, but I'll hang tight. The first thing I need to do tonight is an action item for the board, and it will be to approve the new math instructional materials. So we had a couple selections that we needed a little more time to make a decision. And so in your board packet, there was a listing of those math textbooks.
Is it the four, Corey, the high school math, is four of them? Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have reasoning and mathematics, applications and modeling, pre-calculus, pre-calculus honors, and discrete math. So those were selected at the school level. Those are all state-funded instructional materials, and we're just asking for the board to approve them so we can move forward with ordering.
All right, board members, I'm asking you for a motion to approve these four books, to adopt these four books.
Second.
Okay, a motion has been made by Ms. Jenny Enfinger, seconded by Ms. Evelyn Enfinger. Are there any further questions? All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand. Okay, it is unanimous.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. The next thing in the packet was a listing of the local board courses that you guys approve each year. There weren't any changes really between last year and this year. These are the same courses. So I can call them out if you want me to, but
It would take you a couple hours.
it would. There's several pages there.
It certainly
But we're
is.
asking for the board to approve those local board approved courses. So most of these are electives, and we bring them before the board each year for the following year.
Yes.
Madam Chairman, I make a motion to approve the courses.
Motion has been made by Ms. Evelyn Enfinger, seconded by Mr. Folk, to approve these courses outlined in this packet. Are there any further comments or questions? All in favor? Aye. Okay. It's a unanimous vote.
Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to go check with technology. Is he
Okay.
here? Is that where?
Yeah, he's right in there. I wouldn't know what to do. I can't even hook up a TV.
Let's give him like 30 more seconds.
Yeah, this one's green. Corey, if it's going to be another minute or two, you want to let Mr. Martin go ahead and go?
I think that'll work, and I think
You
they're trying
sure?
to come up with a plan B, so.
No, he's going to get it for you, I feel like he's so smart.
All right, thank you.
Is that okay, Corey?
That is fine.
Okay, Mr. Martin, you want to go ahead and do your presentation, and then by then they may have it ready.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Now all the fun stuff's over. I got some blah, blah, blah for you.
Okay.
Just kidding, it's good stuff.
Okay.
So schools are winding down. Operations is supporting all of our graduates from elementary school, middle school, and high school. A lot of graduation stuff going on and events, so everybody's geared towards that right now. Good news, all of our playgrounds are open. Now this summer, we're gonna go through and hydro seed the dirt around it, but all the turf's up. And our playgrounds are all inclusive, which means all of our handicap or anybody with a wheelchair can get on and off, everything else that other kids can do. So that was very important in this project. Summer student work program, we've got a flood of applications in, which is exciting, and we're actually starting interviews next week. So we'll have kids in all departments working, which is great to see them wanting to return from last year. We had the surplus auction here. It went very well. We had to get rid of some old stuff to make room for more old stuff, because we've got schools getting new furniture. We're clearing out this back wing for an adult ed program, so all that stuff has to go somewhere. And it was fortunate enough that we have this space, this swing space to accommodate, and it helped the town out too, so that worked out great. So we're using this whole area, this whole campus at all times now. Technology, they're underway with getting Chromebooks collected and re-imaging, and that's part of what their summer help will be doing this summer. And we've also got PA system upgrades going on in the summer, finalizing access control for main entrances that we didn't get finished, and camera updates. Mr. Earl in Food and Nutrition is working with the Low Country Food Bank to provide coverage for summer meals. He's finalizing all those numbers with them. And exciting thing that's going on in transportation, the CDL testing site out here that we utilize was featured in a national transportation industry trade publication when we had its first use here. And the driver who tested passed a CDL, and he's in the process of finishing his certification. And we hope that that goes through in the next couple weeks. We also have the new radios and cameras installed for our brand new, we're getting 4 brand new diesel buses, which that's exciting. And at Woodland High School in the bus area, they are doing the infrastructure for our electric buses that'll be coming online. We don't know what their progress looks like, but I don't think they work as fast as we do, but give them the benefit of the doubt, we'll have it by opening of the year. The Exceptional Children Activity Bus that was purchased is fully commissioned, and that's ready for use, so that's exciting and adds another one to the fleet. And there's a whole list of summer projects, so while most schools are winding down, we're starting to ramp up, and it's a lot, and it's a short window of time. And it breaks down the larger projects on the second page, from painting, PA system upgrades, to BDA installations. Harleyville still working on the water and getting all the fire hydrants and all that infrastructure in, and reworking the driveway in the back for the car rider line. And that lists everything that major, but there's a lot more that goes into that than just, a bullet point. So, any questions?
Any questions, board members? I thought that was extremely exciting about the magazine, the National Transportation Industry Trade. That's amazing, because it's,
Yeah, that's one thing that, Superintendent Beckwith is focused on, getting, exposure for the good things we're doing. And for a small district, we got a lot of good things going on.
you sure do. Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Corey, I believe I see a screen, don't I? It's still not going? Okay.
You want me to go ahead and talk slow?
Yeah, talk slow. She worked hard on her presentation. Oh, look
You
at
better
that.
get up there quick now.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for your patience, Corey.
Let's see if I can remember what I was going to say. I'm excited. All right, so I do have one more action item, but I really wanted to take this time to showcase and celebrate some of our CTE programs. A little over a year ago, I was gifted the CTE program, and I'm going to be honest. It took me a minute to wrap my head around it because there are a lot of moving parts with this CTE. But the more I learned about it, the more I learned to love it. Like, it really is just an exciting time in this space, and it has so much to offer our students and our community. So I just want to go through, I'm probably going to have to let's give it a whirl. Oh, yay. All right. So this one's really more for me than you. You don't have to read all of that. But a lot of people still ask me, like, what is CTE, like when I say it? And that is Career and Technology Education. And just to give you some context, we fund our CTE program with state funds and federal funds. So if you ever hear about Perkins funds, those are CTE funds. And we support programming across grades 6 through 12. And that can fund a lot of different things. So it can fund new courses, teacher training, supplies for our programs, field trips. We do a lot of intentional career exploration, career training, and we try to get our kids industry certifications in high school. Now, you guys approve a lot of field trips, so you see those come across your desk, but the funding for those field trips largely comes from our CTE funds. So those HOSA, FCCLA, FBLA, FFA, those are all funded by CTE. We have in our mind what a career school looks like, and probably career schools of the past, and we still have a lot of really solid programs in our career schools, and so like our welding and automotive and construction, cosmetology. But I will say this space is really innovating, and so you will see districts now that have programs for electric vehicles, artificial intelligence, computer science, engineering, and we even have logistics and distribution in our district. Just as a side note, ROTC is coming under CTE next year. That is a change from the state, so you'll see that program up under CTE. Part of our work in CTE is to align the opportunities for our students with the needs of our area, okay? So this takes a lot of collaboration. It takes teachers working together. It takes students telling us what they're interested in. Guidance counselors are a key part of this work. Our career specialists at Woodland, Ms. Randy Thompson's a huge part of this work, and industry professionals, because it's required by the state that we maintain an advisory and a committee for each one of our programs. So it's a lot of moving parts. But the big thing I want you to know is that we're not only giving our kids knowledge and technical skills, we really want to equip them with those soft skills so that they can be competitive when they enter the workforce. So a couple of things here. Our kids have a planning meeting with their guidance counselors each year, and this starts in 8th grade and going through high school. And they get to pick a career cluster that they're interested in, and they can get more than one if they want to. And this is really our job as a district, is to provide kids opportunities in each one of these clusters so that we can let them pursue their passions and see what they want to do when they enter the world, or graduate from high school. So I want to highlight a few of our programs here. So a spotlight on agriculture. I want to give Miss Marquis Leonard a huge shout out, and I wanted her to come up here and do some talking tonight, but she's at an FFA banquet for the middle school. But she's a first-year teacher, and she has just hit the ground running with CTE this year. Our students start CTE programming for agriculture in middle school under Mr. Cody Floyd, but she has really just taken these high school students and done amazing things. She's done an official FFA chapter at Woodland. She does her monthly chapter meetings, so many competitions and hands-on learning activities. And we've welcomed 5 new additions to Woodland High School because we have 5 pigs this year. I never in my life thought I would have to learn about pigs, what they eat, what they get sick from. It has just been fun and a lot of learning for me.
And Corey, I understand that y'all don't have any problem getting volunteers to come feed them on the weekend.
Well, they have really stepped up, and it's been neat to see. But yeah, there's a picture of the pigs on there. The next program I want to highlight is just our health science program. I mean, and I will say that Ms. Kim Reeves has done a phenomenal job, and I wanted to capture some of the photos on here. We really have focused on skills training, and she's taken them on some really good field experiences and career exploration. So she had some great photos to share there. So I just wanted to show a little bit of what our kids are doing. They're practicing giving shots on hot dogs right there. So they were having a good time. Okay. Our student organizations that you see here, we have a lot to celebrate this year. Our HOSA kids at Woodland, they went to the first HOSA competition. They made it to round 2. FFA, we had someone get first place in Creed speaking, and they're advancing to state. And there's only 8 seats on the state nominating committee, and one of our students is going to have one of those seats. So that's exciting. Our FBLA team here in the upper right, they got a first place award in marketing, and we'll be going to nationals this summer. And FCCLA down here in the bottom right, they got 4 gold medals, and they're advancing to nationals as well. So I just want to highlight some of the great, y'all hear it and you see the field trip paperwork coming across, but I just wanted to capture it in a slide. You can see there is a lot to celebrate here. Our kids represent well, and our teachers are working hard. In alignment with the state, our mission for CTE is that every learner in Dorchester School District 4 can access high-quality career and technology programming and has the knowledge, skills, and credentials to graduate career-ready. Now, career-ready sounds very broad, but the state defines exactly what it takes to be career-ready, and this is a part of our state report card. And so then these areas, they're very explicit about what it takes to get our career readiness up on our state report card. And in Dorchester 4, we're committed to making sure that we have completer pathways for our students, industry-recognized certifications, and work-based learning opportunities. And you can see here I put the 2023-2024 career-ready data from our school report card, and you can see us compared to the state there on that slide. So the 3 things we're committed to, I want to give some celebrations in each one of those areas because we have room to grow, but we've done some really great things too. One of the things I've really worked hard on with the help of Mr. Blacklock at the high school, and he's been super beneficial, is we have put really solid completer course pathways in place for next year at Woodland. And we've added a new pathway. It will be game and interactive media design. We have 2 brand new courses that are coming to Woodland, Foundations of Animation and Game Design and Development. And this will go nicely with our esports labs that are coming to our schools. And we have a teacher going to get trained with Epic Games this summer that he will be able to offer some high-quality programming in those courses. And so really excited about that. When you look at our talent demand study across the Lowcountry, the number of jobs in health science, there's a mismatch between the number of people qualified to fill those positions. So health science is a good thing for our students to go into, and because the need is there. So we have expanded the health science opportunities across our district. So the Career School has a health science program, and we have a health science program at Woodland High School as well. And the one at Woodland High School, they can graduate with a CNA certification. We have a media technology program, web and digital communications, family and consumer science, general management, and environmental and natural resources management, and we're offering a new course in our ag pathway, the one at the bottom there next year, and they'll actually be doing some welding in that class, and so we're excited about that. The other thing we're committed to is these industry-recognized certifications, and we have room to grow in this, but we do definitely have some celebrations. Our seniors are taking their CNA certification test very, very soon, and they've been working with the St. George Healthcare Center to get some clinical hours. We just got the Woodland High School guidance counselor, Ms. Boulevant, certified in microburst certification, and she's planning to do soft skills training with all of the kids next year and really work on getting that certification. We have kids getting certified in Adobe professional software, the Adobe Premiere Pro, and that's through Mr. Coley, and we're really proud of that as well. And this is something that is an extreme need, and I'm excited about this. I have been here several years, and we have tried to get this off the ground, and we are rocking and rolling with work-based learning. This summer, we're going to engage our students in work-based learning, taking care of the pigs, so that will be a part of the ag program. And we also were able to take the clinical hours from our health science students and get work-based learning credit for that. So we're trying to get those career-ready opportunities. So not only does it reflect on our report card, but it also gives kids that experience they can put on a resume and take that forward, okay? All right, so all of that is just kind of build some context and some celebrations. And my last action item is actually to approve a new work-based learning course that we want to offer at Woodland High School next year. And there is a course for regular work-based learning, which is 40 hours, but we want to offer an honors work-based learning course, which would be 120 hours. And we want to make sure that we're offering courses that appeal to all of our students and having an honors course available. Some kids look for that, the weighting of those courses. So in your packet, you had a syllabus for an honors work-based learning course, and I'm just asking for the board to take a look at it and give us a vote on that.
It's the last 2 pages in the curriculum packet.
Madam Chairman, I make a motion to approve the new course.
Motion has been made by Ms. Evelyn Infinger, seconded by Mr. Folk, to accept the work-based learning syllabus for fall of 2025. Are there any further questions or comments? All in favor, please raise your hand or say aye. It is unanimous.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for all your hard work,
I
Ms.
appreciate it.
Corey.
All right, thank you.
And the superintendent and I actually were at a county council meeting yesterday, and they actually announced that they are going to bring the first AI arm. Wasn't that what they said, the AI arm?
For welding?
For welding. And they're adding a good many more welding to their already, they have, how many did they say, 35 or 100? They have 35 outfits, but they have 100 students or something like that?
They've got 350 students wanting to get in, and then they have 160 spots, 80 in the morning, 80 in the afternoon. But that's a component with that robotic welding arm that is unique to Dorchester County Career School.
I think they almost said they'd be one of the first ones to actually have that here for our students, so that's
Right.
wonderful. Thank you, Ms. Corey. Okay. Next up, we did Mr. Martin, working so hard. And next, our superintendent.
Wonderful. So we have one out-of-state field trip that we need approval for from the board. This is a field trip that is available to juniors, rising seniors, who anticipate going to college after high school. And it's an opportunity for them to spend a few days on the road traveling to multiple schools up in North Carolina. Because it's out of state and overnight, we have to get permission from the board. Great opportunity for these students, not just to visit these schools, but also to be around other rising seniors who are in the same position as them. And, sometimes the reality of college, our students aren't quite ready for. So to get on a college campus and see what it's all about is a great opportunity for them to get ahead of the game.
All right, board members, this is an action item. It is from June the 9th through the 11th, Woodland High School. 10 students going to UNC Chapel Hill, North Carolina. So at this time, I ask for a motion to approve this out of.
Madam Chairman, I make a motion to approve the field trip.
Motion has been made by Ms. Evelyn Infinger, seconded by Ms. Jenny Infinger. Are there any further questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
It is unanimous. It is approved.
Thank you very much. Second thing we have is the second and final reading of policy, section G. We held off on these the last time just to confirm some wording in the policies with changes at the federal level. We wanted to make sure we are consistent with law and making sure we're doing it appropriately. So at this time, we would like to get a motion to approve these final section G policies under the personnel section.
And if you look at in your packet at the policies, there's 2 sections, and we'll vote on each one separate. First one's to recommend approval of the policies as presented, And the second is recommend adoption of the policies as presented. So we'll take a motion for each one of those separate, so Ms. Stacy can get that in the minutes.
Madam Chairman, so moved.
Okay? Right now, we have a motion by Ms. Evelyn Infinger, seconded by Ms. Jenny Infinger, to approve the recommend approval of the policies as presented. Did I say that wrong? It was you? I'm sorry. It's like an echo.
Kind of look like
And y'all do favor, sorry. Motion has been made by Ms. Evelyn Infinger, seconded by Mr. Folk, that looks just like Jenny Infinger, to approve the recommended approval of the policies as presented, and also recommend the adoption of the policies as presented. The numbers are so long, I could read them all out to you, but this is for our secretary. Are there any further comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. They are approved.
Wonderful, thank you. Then the last thing is just end-of-the-year updates. As we know, we have 2 weeks left of the official school year before heading into summer programming. It's been a pretty wild school year. We've had to update the school calendar multiple times. The last little edit to the school calendar is going to be June 2nd. That originally wasn't a day at all, and then it became a half day for students. We got it approved when we had to make up an additional day. We got it approved at the state to just make that half day into a full day, and that would accommodate that additional e-learning day. So June 2nd would be the last full day for students. And we appreciate our staff, our teachers, our families, our parents, our students for their flexibility and understanding. We had different weather events throughout the year that kind of threw us off from the very beginning of the school year. So there's been a lot of adjustments there, and we appreciate everybody's patience. We are also, as Ms. Hutto mentioned, working through this budget. And the biggest focus on this budget is really showing our appreciation to our teachers and our staff across the district by giving them these raises. Statewide, it's really a push to try to keep up with some of these districts that are really accelerating their salaries. And we can't get to where some districts are, but we can certainly be competitive in our area. And we need to be right by our teachers and staff and pay them what they certainly deserve. So we'll continue to push. We did have that meeting to talk about increasing millage with the county. We'll anxiously wait to hear their response to that. We are also waiting on some updates at the state level on their funding formula. Some of the tweaks they made a few years ago really threw things off. Over time, it was a sliding formula, and so this year it really hit traditional schools pretty hard across the state. And so they've gone back to revise it. So we're getting some new numbers from that, which are shifting what our budget looks like. So that's the main reason for putting things off a little bit. We don't want to approve a budget that we know is going to possibly change in 2 weeks or 3 weeks' time. So appreciate y'all's patience on that. As Mr. Martin said, we've spent about a quarter of the $16 million so far. A lot of it, a big chunk of it was on our playgrounds, furniture for some of our schools. But that work, as we spend $4 million, we get the next $4 million. Then after that $4 million, we get the next $4 million. So it's a game of trying to balance out projects and make it all work together. Mr. Martin and his department and finance working with the money have really done an outstanding job. And one person that's behind the scenes a lot of times is Lorraine Coates, who does a lot of the processing for Mr. Martin and probably keeps Mr. Martin sane for us. But she does a great job for us. But we're excited. The big one this summer is a lot of work down at Harleyville, but getting that water tie-in to the county water on Schoolhouse Road. It's been 70 years in the making, so we're excited to make that happen, but it was a project that we were anticipating a few $100,000 has now gone into millions of dollars. Once we have to do some traffic pattern things and emergency lanes and the biggest thing is, as we go through all these projects, is doing it right and not cutting corners, so we're having to revisit in 5 years. So hopefully when these projects are done, high-quality products that we'll be proud of and that'll last a while. So we're excited about that. We have a lot of programs going on as we start moving students from one grade level to the next, and we start getting ready for students going from one school to the next. And then our high school, where we have our students getting ready for the real world with college, work, and military. Excited about that, excited for graduation. I know those students are excited about it, so we have a lot of programs kind of wrapping things up at the high school level. Yesterday, they did their senior walk at the elementary schools. So they walked the hallways, which was it's always exciting for them to be able to go back and visit their old teachers and let those students see them. It's a great day. Athletics is wrapping up. We had states for track this past week, and they did an exceptional job. Softball, they're wrapping things up this week. They were in the lower state, so those two programs really did an outstanding job. And if you got a chance to get out there, I saw a few of you over there. Both our track athletes and our softball athletes really performed exceptionally well and demonstrated great character at a really high level. Excited about that. The band is currently out recruiting to grow the size there. And, the big thing is this year, just like tonight, and being able to recognize our teachers and our staff around the district. We'll continue to build that out, that programming, and then recognizing our students. We have a few of them that are still here. This group of students that were recognized tonight are just phenomenal young men and young women, and they'll just be really incredible adults as they move on after high school, and I'm just thrilled for them. But we have so many things to be thankful for with our students and our staff, and we get a little spotlight of that each meeting. But kudos to really everybody across the district for making another year come and go. It goes fast. The days are long, but the years are quick. And that is so true. But we have really great people that have made this year go along pretty smoothly, and just appreciate everybody that's been involved. That's the end of that.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes,
Becker.
ma'am.
And he gave credit to everybody, but I'm going to give credit to him. You've got to have the spark plug to run a car, and he is definitely a spark plug. If you work with him, you know that. He's probably the first one here and the last one to go home. Sometimes I do fuss at him, go home, but he's always want to do something else. But we really are lucky to have Mr. Beckwith, young man, great leadership skills. He's really turned this district around, and I think all of you would agree with me. You can go in his office anytime you need to. It's an open-door policy. He's been great, and we'll keep training him. We're going to keep training him, but I tell him that because I'm older than him, so you have to listen to me. But we are very proud of you, Jeff, and what you've accomplished in just such a short time. And we're proud of all of you. And I've said this before, and I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. This is more like a family. When you see them out in the grocery store, you see people, we talk. It's a family. And these children are so important to us. And Mr. Martin, I'm going to give kudos to you. Since you've been in this district, you have probably made our children 100% safer than they were before you came. You have digitized, you know when an air conditioner filter needs to be changed. So you're saving us money on buying new air conditioner filter units because we didn't change the filters. But his office is so organized, and every principal can send you anything they need, and you put it on a priority list, and you get it done. And I think all of you would agree, some of our buildings are still very old, but they look great. And I'll tell you about the playground equipment. Y'all said we were going to have a little open house for playground equipment, but I found out from a young mom there was no way they were going to wait, because the day Harleyville Playground opened, those kids, she said she's never had her son want to go to school as much as he did as y'all were building the playground equipment. So that was their open house when they ran out that door that day, and I went by, and it is beautiful. I haven't seen Williams. I'm coming. I want to see yours too. But that's y'all. All of y'all putting your vision, your ideas together, all the grants that you've written, Mr. Martin and Mr. Beckwith, getting that grant from Columbia is why we're able to do all of this. We don't have the money, so we have to work, and that's what we all do. We work. We don't ask people to help. We work. That's what country people do. So I'm proud of all of you, and it's been a very good year. Erin, I am glad you two girls have survived football, and I'm proud of all of you, and I will thank you again. And I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful summer. We'll all be here if you need us. So at this time, I ask the board for a motion to go, oh, excuse me, Ms. Infingers up with the legislative update.
Well, I really don't have any. They're on recess, and they haven't really added anything new at this time.
Maybe that's a good thing, they're on recess. All right, thank you, Ms. Evelyn. Next up, I ask for a motion to go in executive session to discuss student hearings, personnel matters, and a legal matter.
Make a motion, we go in executive session for
That was you, Mr. Folk?
That was me
Okay.
this time.
Did you second it? Dr. Hodges or Jenny? Dr. Hodges. Motion made by Mr. Folk, seconded by Dr. Hodges to go into executive session. At this time, the board is in executive session. Thank you all.
No invitation for people to stick around forever?
They know they can do it. I usually do, but they know they can.